What do you get if you combine delicious ramen, fire, and many memorable catchphrases? The answer to that question is one of the most unique dining experiences in Japan. If you're in Kyoto and need a recommendation of where to chow down tonight, but you're in the mood for something a little hotter than usual, then look no further than Menbakaichidai, home of the infamous fire ramen. When you first arrive, you'll see a ticket machine next to the front door. This will allow you to book a seat during busy periods. We visited at 9 PM on a weekday, meaning we had no need to wait, and one of the staff kindly came out to greet us, telling us that we could be seated right away. As you enter the restaurant, you'll be caught off guard by an overpowering smell of hot oil, carbon marks spattered across the ceiling above the seats, and a kitchen that looks like it moonlights as a mechanic's garage. This is all just the byproduct, however, of what is required to make the only dining experience of its kind in the whole of Japan. The staff here are extremely friendly, and when you arrive they'll ask you what country you've come from so they can give you a menu in your native language. Having such a unique setup, the restaurant usually serves more tourists and foreigners than locals on a daily basis. Speaking to one of the chefs, he estimated that only roughly 10 to 15% of their customers were actually Japanese. During our meal there were visitors there from several countries, and I saw menus in as many languages to match. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is fire ramen? Well, to quote directly from their website, fire ramen is officially called green onion ramen. Pouring burning oil in the bowl just before eating will bring out the flavour and aroma of the green onions to its fullest. It is a simple ramen dish with a soy sauce based soup consisting of chicken, pork and fish. There's no denying that this sounds delicious, but they do also offer dishes that aren't engulfed in flames. If for some reason you came all this way not to eat fire ramen. Before the meal is served, you'll be given a full safety briefing in aid of avoiding any life-altering incidents. They're very strict with this, so try not to make a fuss, even if it does feel like you're back at school being told off by a teacher. Also, due to the splash radius of the oil, video recording isn't allowed if you're sat at the counter about to be served. They do offer, however, to hang up your camera a few metres away and capture all the action from a safe distance.
Okay, please don't take your ball. Please don't take it. Okay.
So this is fire ramen. It's pretty good. It's just beef ramen and leek diced up. We've got some gyoza as well. Probably the most ludicrous meal preparation I've ever seen in my life. You have to wear a giant paper bib. Then the chef, as they're boiling the oil, just before he pours it, he puts on a giant, it looks like a welding mask, just cover his own face. You don't get one anyway, so you're just told to put your hands behind your back, lean back, and just watch the magic happen. It's pretty good. And it's pretty good. At most restaurants, if your meal were to be set ablaze in front of you, you may be expecting a hefty discount on that bill. But as this place is mostly about the spectacle, you'll be paying a little bit extra for the experience, as you can imagine. We paid 2,810 yen for 2 bowls of the standard fire ramen and a plate of 5 gyoza. This was more than enough to fill us up, and the portions were fairly large. It's priced a little higher than your usual ramen bar, but at Menbakaichidai, you're footing the bill for your meal and a pyrotechnic display. If you're in Kyoto and looking to make mealtime a little more interesting, you can find Menbakaichidai here, just 1 road north of Nijo Castle, right in the centre of the city. You can never go wrong with ramen, and as we all know, it's an everyday meal to devour. And as the owner likes to say himself, it's fucking good.